My name is Melissa Flegg, and this is my client presentation for VCT 467 Synthesis. My client's name is Gary Raschke, and he is the head of graphic design at Libbey Glass Incorporated. I chose to pursue this project because it involves packaging, and that's an area of design I've always been fascinated with and very interested in. I have learned a lot from this project, and I believe the skills I have obtained will help me out in the workforce as well as to help me improve my portfolio. The goal of the project was to create a line of glassware packaging that is eco-friendly. Libbey wants their customers to know they are doing everything they can to bring them affordable, sustainable packaging. I took the sustainable packaging project one step further by creating an eye-catching design for their glassware packaging. I also created a bee green logo to accompany the Libbey corporate logo. The logo is there to reinforce the idea of being eco-friendly as well as to attract the viewer's eye to the packaging. I'm now going to show you my initial sketches and ideas that I came up with for the project. This is my first set of sketches for the bee green logo. As you can see, I wanted to use a leaf design to help reinforce the idea of eco-friendly. I also wanted to use the words bee green because I thought they were appropriate, and it's kind of a new trend that's catching on, and I see the words bee green everywhere, so I figured it would help Libbey kind of blend in. This was my first sketch for the packaging. I have to include certain elements on the packaging, such as a picture of the glassware, the Libbey logo, how many pieces are in the set, as well as the word intent, which is the name of the type of glassware that's in the box. I also had to include the 18% there that you see at the bottom, because this packaging uses 18% less cardboard, which is what makes it sustainable. I also had to add in the barcode on the bottom, as well as a list of safety precautions to take when cleaning the glassware. This is the first sketch I came up with the tree and the word intent on the side. I've also made some notes about the different colors and different fonts that I could use. This is the second design that I came up with. I wanted to do more of an organic feel, so I used leaves and different little organic objects. I also had to include all the same information as I did in the last sketch. This was my third idea. To really catch the consumer's eye, I wanted to do the words intent, which is the type of glassware that's inside. I wanted to do that really big so it would catch their attention. I also made some notes up at the top of different font choices I could use to achieve that. Now that I've shown you the initial sketches, I'm going to show you the computer comps that I came up with. This computer mock-up goes with the first sketch that I showed. I changed up the design a little bit, and instead of doing the tree, I did a more recognizable logo that would be more of like a leaf design. I also changed up the colors I had initially picked. I did a light green and a dark green. I was pleased with the sketch. I thought it was a lot of fun, and it was something clean and simple, which is the type of packaging that Libbey has, so I kind of wanted to stick with something that they were familiar with. This mock-up corresponds with the second sketch that I showed. I did the word intent on the side in a handwriting type font, and I added in a few subtle leaf designs to stay with the clean look. I also chose to use brown and green to really show off the eco-friendly packaging idea and theme. And you can see the bee green logo at the top. That's what it looks like. I did the little leaf design in the G. This is my third mock-up that I did for the third sketch that I showed. I split up the word intent to try to catch the viewer's eye. I also used a darker green color combined with a lighter green color to try to do something different and give Gary a couple of options to look at. Next, I will present to you the finished pieces. This is the finished 4-piece set that I created. Gary ended up going with the second idea with the word intent with the handwriting font. I was a little nervous at first because the green that I used was a little bright on the screen, but once it printed on this cardboard, it darkened up a little bit, so it ended up looking really nice. I was also a little worried about the brown, but it ended up coming out just fine. This area over here is a cutout portion so customers can see what the glass looks like inside of the packaging. You have all the necessary information down here about recycling and down here about where it's 18% less cardboard, as well as all of the other information over here for how many pieces are in there. What makes this packaging 18% less cardboard is that it doesn't have a lid to it, and the glasses just kind of sit in there. This initial design, I don't know if it's very appropriate because in reality, if the glassware didn't have a top, it'd be very likely to break or chip on the ride home. So I would maybe suggest to Gary revising this die cut and to maybe try to find a different way to use less packaging, but maybe incorporate a top or a handle to it. This is the other packaging that I created. I took the 4-piece idea and turned it into a 12-piece set because Libbey normally has 4-piece sets, 12-piece sets, and then they sell glassware individually. So I took the same design to make it consistent and just blew it up. And again, it has no top, and the inserts would go in there, and the 12 glasses would just sit inside. I also forgot to mention the stuff on the bottom. It has to have the barcode, as well as where it was made, which was in the USA. And all of the information up here is just how to take care of your glassware after you purchase it, and it tells you if you can put it in the dishwasher or the microwave. So that's important information that I wanted to include because consumers need to know that when they buy it. And one more time, there's the side, and there's the Be Green logo at the top. Overall, I feel my client project was a pleasant learning experience as well as a great opportunity to create new pieces for my portfolio. I learned a lot about the packaging industry and how to prepare die cuts as well as how to work with a printer to get mock-ups created. I enjoyed working with Gary. He was very polite and he was really great with communication. He was also really good with giving me feedback when I needed it, so I knew exactly what changes to make for the final. I feel I've done a great job on this project and I am proud to show off my accomplishments. I didn't quite know what to expect with VCT 467, but it has been a fun and new experience for me. I hope you have all enjoyed my presentation, and now only 2 more weeks until graduation. Then the real fun begins. Thank you.